Hi, I'm Luke and this is my co-host
Katie.
and this is our first episode of House of Akita.
Stay tuned while we talk all things Akita, Hollywood films and the good, the bad and the ugly of dog training.
So first and foremost, it's a pleasure to be able to welcome my co-host in Katie. I met you about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You actually saved my life with my dog, actually helping me train my dog when I was frustrated. So I owe you a lot of credit to where I am today. So tell us about the legend that Katie is, in terms of like where you grew up, what made you work with animals.
Yeah, so I've actually always lived around here, so southeast London. And yeah, I've just always been obsessed with animals, like from literally a toddler. As soon as I could play with toys and stuff, it was always animal toys. Early Learning Centre was my favourite place and I'd get a toy every time we went in there. And yeah, we always had a dog growing up. Our family dog when I was a kid was Milo, a little Jack Russell. And I think he was about 6 months younger than me. So we literally grew up together. And obviously when I was old enough to start walking and talking and things like that, I was always trying to walk him on the lead and things like that, do like training him, just doing...
Bit of loose lead.
Well, no. In fact, my brothers and sisters used to think it was really funny because we had an apple tree in the garden. I'd have Milo on a lead and they would throw the apple for him. He would run for it and drag me across the grass.
A little Jack Russell.
Yeah. I was only little. I was like 4.
So
yeah.
4 when you first started. Like,
Yeah.
fun. So
That was just, family dog, just fun stuff. We've always had dogs in the house. So yeah, I just always enjoyed just teaching silly little tricks and stuff like that. And then as I got a little bit older, I kind of got reintroduced to horse riding. So my mum used to take me a lot when I was really little. So she used to go for riding lessons and they just used to pop me on a horse while she had a lesson. And then, yeah, I think once I got to like year 6 of primary school, I decided to start going to horse riding lessons again. And then that became an obsession. And got my first pony when I was 12. Got my first pony.
I grew up in Hackney.
As you do.
Grew up in Hackney. Have your first pony.
Yeah,
mine was a red old Clio.
I've been very lucky growing up. Shout out to mum and dad. Yeah, so I got my first little pony Scout when I was 12. Just had a blast growing up, like being a teenager and just having horses, like just galloping through fields and stuff like that. So yeah, the dogs kind of took a little bit of a back seat during those years, but as I got a little bit older, like I always hated school and I was always thinking about like what do I want to do when I leave school. And I knew it would be something to do with animals. And I think when I was about 16, I drove past the place in Bexley Heath that did like dog training classes, and it was like a fleeting thing in my mind of like, oh, I could probably do that, or I would be interested in doing that. But then obviously, again, just because I was so involved with the horses, naturally I just went into that kind of work. So from probably like 14, 15, actually, I was already working on stable yards anyway. And then
you had already got your experience in.
Yeah. So I did some different jobs, worked on like yards that were sort of buying and selling horses, like worked as a groom, things like that. So I did that for a good few years. And then I thought, I'm kind of sick of working outside in the winter.
Yeah, go on.
It's been a long slog.
I'm laughing because I know her. I know she doesn't like the cold.
I hate the cold, and it had been a long slog of my teenage years working in the winter.
She's still the same now.
And I thought, let me go work for the family business. So Dad's got a mini cab company, and I thought, yeah, maybe I just want to do a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
Don't want to work weekends anymore, because that is the thing with animals. You're working 24/7. And yeah, I was young, I was starting to experience going out and with your friends, and when everyone's got their weekends free and you've got your job to do, it gets a bit, So I kind of took a break from it, started working in an office job, which I did enjoy, but like, yeah, something was just missing, like it wasn't fulfilling me.
Do you feel like, because I feel like a lot of people I've spoken to, and obviously you're one of the closest people in the dog world to me, do you feel like, I wouldn't say like slightly on spectrum, but like, do you feel like we have something when we were younger which highlights that, you know, I don't know. You know, you were saying like, I'd rather be with animals than be with humans.
Yeah.
And stuff like slightly
on the spectrum.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Without saying on the spectrum.
No, for sure.
But,
like, you know, yeah, I don't know. I never really. In primary school, I was actually like the popular kid.
Oh right, yeah.
I've got dog hair on my lips. Like really, I can't get it.
Cheers,
One
Billy.
sec. Sorry, I know.
We're taking two while Katie sorts out Baloo on her lip.
Okay.
Sorted?
Got it.
Yeah, cool. Spectrum.
yeah. No, I was actually a popular kid in primary school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely was the weird horse girl in secondary school. And to be honest, yeah, I don't know what happened. Like there was like a switch from primary school to secondary school where it was just like, I don't know what happened to my social skills. Like.
Right, just to let you guys know, I get regular updates from Katie saying that her social battery is gone.
Dead, depleted. I need days to recover. Yeah, I don't know what happened. And I really, really struggled in secondary school to fit in. Mm-hmm. And it's really cheesy, but I just feel comfortable with animals. Yeah. Like I don't feel silly. I don't feel judged or, you know. I
think from when I first met you, I could clearly see that it was something you enjoyed. Because I know you was working somewhere before you went self-employed. And I know you put a lot of effort in. And I guess that's what brings me to the next point, because obviously I think your background is very self-explanatory. Like you pretty much grew with horses, then you went with dogs, horses, and you know,
back to dogs. Yeah.
Bit of time with some ducks as well, but you know.
Ducks.
Brings me to like one of the main like topics in your life, which is obviously the topic of the show, and something which you hold dear to your heart, which is the Akita.
Yes.
You obviously have more experience with the breed than myself. Obviously, I own one, but from working with them and doing your research like you actually did, which I didn't.
You didn't.
Tell me about the breed Akita that people obviously are watching, might know, might not know, but what is the Akita?
I think most people know, if they know anything about an Akita, is that they're not easy. Yeah. Like, even bad breeders try not to sell first-time dog owners Akitas. So I just feel like that's maybe sort of like a common knowledge out there. They're definitely not a dog for first-time owners, just because they're very strong-minded, and if you're too soft with them, they will absolutely walk all over you. But on the other hand, if you're too firm with them, they're going to give you some pushback as well. So you really need to find that healthy balance. Do you find, because obviously there's two breeds of Akitas, you got the American Akita and Japanese Akita. Do you find a difference between the two? Yeah, so obviously I've trained both Japanese and Akita, American Akitas. And in my experience, I would say the Japanese Akita seems to be less defensive. Okay. So less like on guard, like an American Akita is. That's just my personal experience, obviously training both. Because there's a big myth that, you know, how do we arrive at the American Akita? You know, a lot of people are saying that during Pearl Harbor, the Japanese were taken over to America and bred with a shepherd. But then I'm hearing things online that there was actually two variations at the time in Japan. Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard that. I haven't heard that side of it, no. Either way, they've both got a DNA test on them, both proven to be an Akita. So, like, with regards to who would you the big one here, and you'll hear me say this about, who would you recommend an Akita to? Someone mentally insane? Yeah. No, look, I love them. They're my favourite. Like, I would have a whole pack of Akitas. I love them. But... Spectrum. Yeah. anyone that sees me out with Baloo and when he gets compliments, I'm like, thanks, but don't get one.
Yeah.
You know, like it takes a lot to have an Akita.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
You've got to be the right kind of person. If you make mistakes, it can be very costly.
I feel like sometimes you can lose their respect quite easy.
Oh God, easily, yeah.
That's one of the things as well, but the fact that you can't read them. Well, you can read them if it's your Akita, but
they're so hard to
0 to
read.
100 very quickly.
Yeah. And Baloo is really like subtle with his communication.
I can't see it on Baloo, you can see it, and I'm sometimes like, hey, really? Like, even today,
yeah.
You're like, he's just the side eye. It's the type of side eye.
Yeah.
And I guess that comes with experience, but like, I get what you mean. Like having now got an Akita and training an Akita, like there's something about the breed, especially when you know how to handle one. There's something which you love and you don't know why you love it.
Do you know what I think it is? Because they are such a hard breed to earn their trust and their respect. But when you do, like, that loyalty is just amazing.
Would you say they're low maintenance?
Relatively, yeah. Because like they're quite happy to just go on like a little, most of the time.
Yeah.
Just go, maybe not in Aurora's case, but they're quite happy to just sort of have a little potter around and like they want to rest most of the day. So mostly quite low maintenance. Yeah.
FYI, Aurora's my Akita, and
drive through the roof.
Yeah. Fucking grey hairs already. That comes to like, right, cool. So where did you find out about the Akita first? Like, what made you? Like, I'm sure you didn't go to Japan and go, oh, I want to go Akita.
First time I ever even knew about the Akita was from that film, Hachi, the Japanese Akita.
Yeah. Oh, the really loyal one.
So loyal.
A bit of backstory. So I don't know if you want to explain what Hachi's about without ruining the ending.
I'm going to ruin the ending.
Yeah,
You know what I'm like?
It's a really good film.
On the spectrum.
Yeah, me too. Hachi is probably one of the saddest, but one of the most famous dog films out there.
Yeah.
Don't really want to give it away, but like, it's a Hollywood version of what the...
It's what everyone thinks owning a dog will be like Disney, isn't it?
Don't get me wrong, there are some things in there, like the Akita doesn't play with a ball and stuff like that, but it's a very glamorized version of what an Akita is. Yeah. Loyal, but hasn't shown it's independent. Yeah. Really good film. Check it out though. I'm not getting sponsored by this. We're not getting sponsored by this. Yeah. So yeah, Hachi, what happened? So what? Oh, we can't even explain it, can we?
Can't explain the film because I don't want to give anything away to people that haven't watched it. But, basically. One of the main, and if you even Google about Akitas, like the top trait that comes up is them being loyal. Yeah. Now they are, but again, it comes down to if you have that trust and respect with them. Yeah. So, and they are very much one person dogs. I was about to say the same thing to you. Which do you know it says one person? Yeah. So, I think if the Akita bonds with you and you have trust and respect, it is. Yeah. Like 100%. A crazy relationship. It's very lovely. So like that leads to like obviously someone that watches a film and goes and sees it and goes to get their own Akita, like their own Hachi. So is that essentially what we've done? Is watch the film and gone, I need one. Yeah, but when I watched the film, I was 10. Right, cool. So we had a long time. So the dream had been brewing for how many years before? 14. No. Did you rewatch the film when you were older? No, I actually rewatched it after we bought him though. When we brought him home, Luke's grandma was like, oh, I found this film with Akita, you have to watch. She bought it for us on DVD and we both watched it and we were sitting there crying. Right, this gets to the big one. And Katie's own Hachi. So I don't know if you want to introduce your dog. My Baloo. Yeah. So, okay, I think that the key thing to remember here is Hachi was a Japanese Akita. Yeah. Baloo is an American Akita. Yeah. I don't, because I love him. He's my soul dog. And I don't want to say a bad word about him, but he's not been easy. Yeah. So his mum was actually a really good show dog. Okay. they bought her, his breeders brought her over from some European country. She was really, we got sent lots of videos of her like interacting with kids and different people and stuff, and she was very friendly. So yeah, we decided to go with this litter. We got sent all the pictures of the puppies. We couldn't choose between boy 1 and boy 3. We eventually went for boy 1, which is Mr. Baloo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice because we got to see him 2 or 3 times, I think.
Okay, cool.
From a 2-week-old puppy up until we brought him home. He was always quite confident.
Yeah.
So even when we would get updates from the breeder, she was like, yeah, this puppy is like always pushing all the other puppies off the mum for meals and stuff like that. He was always, yeah. And I was thinking, oh gosh. But I was very much like, it's all how you raise the dogs.
Right, yeah.
I didn't really know anything about genetics. So as much research as I've done since watching Hachi, loads of Google searches and, you know, really researching the breed, I still didn't believe that
so genetics is a very,
was a thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing. And what did, like, how early, I mean, what did you start experiencing with Baloo? What was like the first experience, would you say?
First experience, he must have been 3 months old.
Yeah.
We just moved into this house and we was cleaning the bifold doors, and he was sitting by the bifold doors, and Luke was obviously cleaning, and because he got near Baloo snapped at him. 3 months old.
3 months old.
And again, I think because I kind of fantasized having an Akita for so long, I wanted to do everything perfect. I wanted it all to be right. I didn't want to scare the dog. I didn't want to hurt the dog. Like, he was my little baby. Yeah. So we went very purely positive. Purely positive, yeah. Yeah, when we first brought him home. Right, yeah. So we didn't even address that situation. When that happened, it was just like, oh, don't worry, we moved away. So in essence, like, we all look back at it now as like trainers, and that approach probably reinforced what was to have come next. Yeah, yeah. Which I'll let you explain. Yeah, so that was the very first instance of like any sort of guarding or anything like that. Again, because we didn't address that situation right there, it was about a month later, he started then to go off his food a little bit. He didn't want to eat. Yeah. Left the food bowl down, and there was a bee, I think, come into the house, but the food bowl was just on the outside here. So the doors were open, and I was trying to shoo the bee out, and Baloo was guarding his food. Yeah. And I'm just ignoring him. And then I think I caught the bee, but it fell on the floor. And when I went to move the bee, he bit me. Right. And how old was he? 4 months old. Did you slap the bee with your hand? I think I caught it like that or something, yeah, and it dropped on the floor. I don't know. You slap a bee? No. I think I might have like, get out. Slapping the bee like a fly? I don't know. How? I can't. It was 4 years ago. I can't exactly remember. Yeah, so he... he bit me. But... At that point... It still came from, for him, a place of like being unsure, confident but unsure, because he wet himself as he bit me. Yeah. And again... didn't want to tell him off. Reinforce because if I tell him off, that will scare him. That will make our relationship worse. All this stuff they say. So I just was like, oh, never mind. Don't worry. Brushed it off. And then it just progressively got worse from there, to be honest. There was a time when he had a bone under the island, and we just walked in from the garden to go to the sofa, and he lunged out at us. Again, didn't address it, just... whatever. And this is like, comes from like, when we talk about genetics, we talk about like, this dog has had 2 owners put in the absolute best effort in that they could do, and the dog's just still showing stuff like that. Yeah. Well, as a breed, they're obviously a guarding breed. So I would say it's quite typical for an Akita, because from what I'm seeing is like their space is so important to them. Yeah. Well, that was the first thing he guarded. You always think, oh, food, resource guarding, but the very first thing he guarded was his space. Yeah. And we had some big issues over that. But yeah, as a breed, they're going to want to guard stuff because it's in them. But yeah, his mum resource guarded, she resource guarded the puppies. Yeah. It's very typical, but then also
like, I've known you more 2 years now, and I just about go near Baloo now.
Yeah.
And if I've got food.
Yeah, he loves you when he knows you have food, but I just know what he's like, and obviously we've been in so many situations with him where he does lure you into a false sense of security. So, and this is why I will just say to you, like, now he has the muzzle on because he's been hot today.
But then there's a part where you have to vouch for him as well. Like, say, if I get too close, you might call him away because that's vouching for him as well. And that's kind of, I think that's where the respect comes for you. With regard to, like, because we spoke about the positive only stuff, at what point did you go like, no, that's not working? You know, we need to make a change to this.
I don't know if Luke will like me for putting this out there, but
sorry, Luke.
Sorry, Luke. Don't
just
kill
to say,
me.
Luke's a other half, not me.
Oh yeah.
Call him Paddle Luke.
I gave him a duck foot before I left the house one morning for work, and he didn't eat it. He wrapped it up in the blanket that was on the sofa. Luke obviously didn't know. He come downstairs and he's like, why is Baloo acting weird? Tried to pick the blanket up because it was sort of half hanging on the floor to put it back on the sofa, and Baloo went for him. He didn't like puncture him, but there was all like his whole hand was like scratched up, like teeth marks. His hands were all bleeding. He was 1. Yeah.
And you can imagine 1 is still big size for an Akita.
Yeah. He's basically
male
fully
as well.
grown.
Like male as well.
Yeah.
Shit. I haven't heard that story.
Yeah, because I don't know how he would feel about me saying it, but
no, but these are all things like, this is why we open doing the podcast, because like it's showing awareness, but then also showing respect for the breed in their space.
Yeah.
And I think if people didn't know that story, they wouldn't know to be careful around another half. Say for instance, you just got with someone, they've got an Akita. Don't these sort of things.
Like, he's had to learn so much, and bless him, like he knows a lot now. Like,
Who's that, Luke?
We're both. No, he's so knowledgeable now, and he knows how to read him. But yeah, that kind of made me think, okay, no, we do actually need to start changing this now, because he had to go and do a meeting literally straight after that happened, and all his hands are cut up and bleeding. I was like, oh my gosh, we can't.
I think there's an essence of like having an Akita, your partner definitely needs to know how to handle it as well. So that goes to like the aspect of, right, cool. So Baloo was difficult, but very like typical of the Akita as well.
Yeah.
Where did the training journey begin?
Pretty much after that incident, to be honest, literally almost straight away. Because as well, I just want to highlight as well, when you are researching on Google about Akitas, obviously it does say that you can't be too firm with them. Yeah. But I think it doesn't say enough about it should be balanced. It's just more like, don't be too firm because you'll make them worse. So then I went the other way and I was too soft. Too soft. Yeah. Which they just kind of look at you like you're a piece of shit. Yeah, no, basically. It's like when he was 3 months old, like when he did that, we should have just come down on him hard. Yeah. Like, that don't fly here. But then I wouldn't maybe be where I am, you know? Like, yeah, I think going in, like now you're a great trainer, and I think Baloo has been. We'll go into like training journey next, but I think Baloo's been like so pivotal, 100% into your skill set being. Yeah. And I think also like the fact that you stay open, and Baloo constantly keeps you alert on things where you have to like we'll talk about management in a future episode, but like manage Baloo. He's a dog that you have to manage because he will work his way into something. Yeah, and I think once they've been successful in a behaviour, you can't actually truly ever get rid of it. Yeah. It'll always be an option. Yeah, of course. And again, because of the type of dog that he is, and he does turn so quickly, and he will, like tonight, he'll come over to you and you think, oh, he's being really nice, but then if you give him affection in that moment, he'll turn on you. Yeah. So I have to manage those situations. Like, it's just the way he is. Yeah, I'm like that. Every time I'm around him, like, give him some food, or I'll give him a little stroke, and I'm just like, okay, move my hand away. Yeah. But not too, like... yeah, not too quick. No. So, like, obviously you started becoming a trainer, you started learning about other methods, and that's when you start going into, like, balance training. Well, I kind of went too far the other way in the beginning. Compulsion. Yeah, I went more compulsion in the beginning. So it was all purely positive, don't do anything. Then, okay, this is getting really bad now, compulsion. and yeah, did destroy quite a lot of the.
Yeah.
Well, we probably didn't have a lot of trust in the beginning anyway,
but it flattened him a lot, or it just created conflict.
Just so much conflict.
Yeah.
So much conflict, and it was kind of hard to live with him for a little while because both of us, we just felt like we was on eggshells all the time. Like, what's going to set him off, or then if something happens and I've got to punish him, and then it's just more conflict. Yeah, it was just a really horrible time.
I think because balance is right in the middle. Open to using all methods. But I think the problem is with compulsion is it's very emotional.
Yeah.
It can become very emotional. Yeah. And I think when you're putting emotions into things, especially with telling dogs off and corrections, you can definitely overcorrect a lot and become so used to it as well. So you've gone from compulsion, and where did you find your way back to somewhere in the middle? What I would probably say is it was the first year positive, then probably another year of compulsion, and then I started to go, I can use food, or because he never had any of that. The only thing that motivated him was freedom. Yeah. So I did use that was my motivator during the compulsion time. But then I was exploring how to build food motivation and stuff. And once I finally unlocked that with him, I was like, okay, this is great. Because he hates obedience. Yeah. He knows his stuff. He will recall, he'll do all that stuff. But if I'm in the garden with his dinner and I'm asking for spin and down and sit, middle, he's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, really? I think he gets to a point where he's bored.
He gets so bored. He's like,
but he's so intelligent.
He's so intelligent, yeah. But he just doesn't enjoy it. But if I'm out there and I'm going, yes, food, yes, food, he loves it. He's pushing me and he's running and he's doing it. So I'm like, I'm better off doing that than trying to ask for any obedience stuff because he hates it. But yeah, once I kind of learned a bit more about that, everything started getting a bit easier. Then we kind of found that balance a bit more. But I just kind of, for a little while, struggled. 'Cause I was scared of him at that point.
There's a video that I've got that you sent me. Yeah. Where you had to literally put him into his place. Yeah. Because you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And even as me seeing that video, I could see a female having to deal with that.
He's 45 kg.
I'll put up the video in an episode, but it's scary. Even I'm I've got it saved on my phone to this day. I'm oh look, I know Kate, look what she can do, she's Superwoman. No. That looked quite a moment, but then I think you just push through.
You have to, yeah. And thank God for tools like muzzles and things like that, because they keep you safe to a degree. But yeah, it was. And this is why I'm so grateful to him, because he's pushed me out of my comfort zone in so many ways. And yeah, if you're scared to do something, you'll just put it off. You'll keep putting it off. But I was like, if I don't try and address this, more people are going to get hurt. So yeah, you have to. The only way dogs learn is putting them in the situation and give them feedback.
Pressure. Yeah. Pressure. We talk about a lot, because obviously e-collar. That's a big part of your journey as well. And for people that don't know about the e-collar, it's a wonderful tool. I think it's been given a bad name over the years. And because anyone can go and pick it up and put it on their dog without the right guidance. Yeah. That's not how trainers are supposed to use it, or anyone's supposed to use it in that essence. But how did that open doors for you on your training journey?
I think the main thing was being able to give him proper off-lead freedom, because he was always on a long lead.
And that's something he liked, was freedom.
Freedom, yeah. That's the ultimate thing for him. He wants to be free. He likes to hunt and things like that. So the e-collar gave him that freedom, which then made him a little bit nicer to deal with in the house. Yeah.
So it's fulfilling. It was really fulfilling,
Yeah. But also it just meant that when I did have to use corrections and stuff, I didn't have to be so physical. Yeah,
and also you didn't need to be near him.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is obviously another thing about redirection and stuff. I think you got to a point where you was I think, how many years did you study for? before, because obviously we'll talk about Katie's company next, and that's a big one. But how many years did you study for?
To be honest, it was all online stuff before I actually got the dog and started doing it. So it was probably only like 6 months, all online stuff. But then, you're right.
Well, cut that
2-minute break. And then I did like an intense course for about a month. So actually learning how to use the e-collar. Because I actually, growing up, was one of these people that would be like, who needs to use an e-collar? Do you know what I mean? But then it's the same like in the horse world. You know, I would use a whip. I would use spurs.
Yeah.
But when you know...
I thought about this a while back. I was like, does it make sense?
So I went through, I feel like everything I went through with horses, I'm going through with dogs. Because obviously when I was a bit younger, and I really did have the Disney pony life, to be honest. Like, he was my little... No one else could ride him. Like, do you know that bond that you romanticize about? I had that with my pony.
I just watched Spirit, the film.
Yeah, great film.
Yeah, great
Love
film.
that film. But yeah, I had that relationship with him. Like, no one else could ride him. And I kind of went very much down like a natural horsemanship route with him, which is very sort of like, you learn how to use pressure, but you're not hitting the horses and you're not being too firm with them and all that kind of stuff. So I was very much like that with him. But then as I got older and I was going more into like the show jumping world, in the beginning I was like, why are people using spurs? You don't need to use them, blah, blah, blah. But then I actually realised you kind of do, because there's only so much strength you've got in your legs.
Yeah.
If you've got the spurs on, it means you can actually be lighter. And it's the same with our tools. Although the slip, the prong, the e-collar, they seem really harsh, they actually allow us to be lighter with our communication.
There's the essence point of, like, I know what you're saying as well, because also, like, when you go to tame a horse, like, from watching the Spirit. Like, a horse needs to be tamed before it can be under control. Like, not to say with the taming dogs completely, but, you know, the essence of when you get control over a dog, does that transfer into, like, the dog world? You know, when you, I don't say tame a dog, but like, with dog reactivity in the essence, do you stop the reactivity first and then work with the stuff after? Does that make sense?
I'm kind of more now just very much trying to build motivation. Yeah. That's my go-to, my first go-to. Like, I don't want to just get a dog in and day one, if they're dog reactive, present a dog and correct them for reacting. I want to show them skills first, and then we'll present the dog. Yeah. And if they make the wrong choice, I'll give feedback. Then when they do something that I do like, they get rewarded.
I think now, obviously, seeing, like, because we both went on the same mentorship as well, we both learned more about, like, drive. Yeah. And building a dog from scratch. Yeah. So stripping it back, and I think we now use that both back into our little shout out to LMK9.
Yeah, and Pause a Minute.
And Pause a Minute as well. Yeah. But without them, like, we wouldn't have known how to build a dog the way we've been building recently.
Yeah, I feel like it was really beneficial, because although I started to obviously, I did learn how to motivate Baloo with food, I kind of was just stuck on that one. Like, it has to be their daily food. Yeah. I kind of was stuck on that, whereas going on the mentorship, it was like, you can use other things if the dog finds it motivating, like pate, for example, but you just reduce their daily food a little bit. So it almost is like you're using their you're using their daily allowance, but it's just something they find, you know, because if they're on kibble, they're not really going to be wanting kibble. Use some pate, but then cut the kibble down a little bit. Whereas I was before the mentorship, I was just so like, nope, they have to work for their kibble. And so I feel like that was
they decide. That's one of the biggest things I learned from mentorship, is that the dog will decide what is motivating for them. Yeah. Whether that's chasing a squirrel. Yeah. With flirt pole. Yeah. Food, a certain type of food.
Sometimes it's just affection.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, and knowing, like, I think as well, bringing Aurora out, and she loves to work, but I couldn't bring her out straight away.
Yeah, like she needs to, like, marinate in the environment,
and then she's bang on me, like, you know. So, like, now, where are you at with, like, obviously you've done your mentorships, training, like, where are we now?
Is this the future of Southeast Canine, or?
No, the introduction of Southeast Canine. So, like, could you tell us more about your company, Southeast Canine?
Oh, okay.
And exactly, like, what you do.
Oh, okay.
And like your motto, your approach, and
okay.
You know.
So, yeah, obviously I was like my introduction into the industry was working for the company.
Yeah.
And then at the end of 2024, I decided that I could probably do this on my own,
Yeah.
which is scary, but we took the leap. And I already kind of had some regular like daycare clients and stuff. So I took the leap in the beginning of 2025. And it was a little bit of a slow start. I just had like maybe one board and train, mainly just daycares coming in. But then by summer, just went crazy.
Yeah.
Like I was so busy. I was messaging you.
I've never known you to not have another dog in your house.
Yeah.
Like Baloo. I think there's been one time this year, or maybe last year, when you messaged me, like, Luke, I've got no dogs.
Yeah. That was first time in like 3 or 4 months where I just had me and Baloo. And it was only for one night, but it was lovely.
I've always known you, like,
yeah.
for like, whether it be daycare, like, I think you just want to be surrounded.
I do, yeah.
I think board and trains has been a big thing for
board
you
and
as
trains
well.
is what I want to sort of like specialise in. So I've kind of gone back and forth quite a bit with doing lessons as well. I've had some really nice lesson clients, but I just feel like I really enjoy training the dogs.
Yeah.
And I just think it's quite hard for people in general to just be consistent. Even for me, and I'm a dog trainer, right? I let it slip sometimes. Not with my client dogs, but with my own dog.
Yeah, consistency is a big thing.
Consistency is a big thing. And I'm like, and I just think I'm quite a perfectionist as well.
Yeah.
You know that, right? So I'm like, okay, someone comes to me with this dog and they've got all these issues. And I'm like, okay, well, first we need to work on this, but then I need you to go away and I need you to work on this before we can do everything else.
Yeah.
And I need people to believe in that first step.
Right.
And so many people give up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
You
let
can
me do
almost
the...
see it in clients though, can't you? Like,
Yeah.
You can almost like, and there's something like, I mean, I think respectfully what Katie's trying to communicate is like the effort the owner puts in really does determine the direction the dog's going to go.
Yeah, but look, I get it. Like people have their own lives, work, kids,
skill set.
Yeah, the skill set. Like there's so much to take into account. So yeah, for me, I'm like, let me do that hard work for you.
Yeah.
Bring the dog to me, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Let's do a board and train. I'll do all the foundational stuff with you. I'll teach the dog a communication system. I'll get them to a good level, and then I'll coach you on how to maintain that. And then you've got access to me for the remainder of that dog's life for support. So yes, it's a big investment in the beginning, but overall, I think you probably don't end up spending as much.
I think because we'll go into how I started doing dog training, but I was Katie's student, just to let you know. And I think the way that I learned from you is very simple.
Yeah.
Just made it very simple. And
Yeah.
once you understood that, like it is just taking that first step and just having an openness, I guess. I'd say, would you say openness to like believe the person in front of you knows? Because I think a lot of people don't take dog trainers seriously.
Yeah.
Because it's an unregulated industry, but like Katie has put probably more than £10,000 on education over the years.
Well, this is the thing. I've done.
She is not just a weekend worker. She's not just a hobbyist that loves dogs, and it's her job. You know.
Yeah, I've done lots of in-person seminars.
Yeah.
Obviously, the mentorship, online courses, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm always trying to better myself. I'm always learning. But yeah, that is the big thing. I think people they come to you because they want you to fix something, but then they don't want to follow your instructions. Yeah. And out of all the lesson clients I've had over the years, there's like a handful that I was like, oh, I love going to these lessons. I really enjoy these lessons. You was one of them. Because you were asking me questions and you wanted to know more, and you was asking me why. Like, okay, but why are you saying I should do this? And I like that. Yeah. But when people are just like, okay, and then I'm like, they're not.
Because I feel like if people don't, like, if I didn't say why, I'm like, you're just going to do that to my dog. Like, it makes me understand it on a deeper level, which makes me understand my dog, and then it makes me understand my skill set on a deeper level as well. Like going into it, and I think as well, like, you need to always, you've got a dog. If you have a dog trainer, you always have to ask why. Yeah. Because
You need to fully understand why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when I'm not there
Yeah.
coaching you, you're not going to know what to do.
Yeah, 100%.
So
that's it's a big part, and I think we were talking because me and Katie have some other plans that we're talking about at the moment going forward, which are exciting. So all will be revealed soon. But we're like, and we can't even talk about that for plans for the future, really. So we'll keep that one quite hush. But like we spoke about, like what you're doing at the moment is board and trains. I think you're also doing you were doing shadowing sessions as well, where people get to come and see you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be more for owners who are further along with their dogs already probably have like a baseline of obedience, but they need a little bit of help with distractions and duration, maybe a little bit of reactivity, that kind of thing. So that's definitely not going to be a service that's just open to anyone. Yeah.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, because it's quite an intense week. It's like 3 hours a day over 5 days, so it's a lot to take in. But you know, if you've done a good job of your dog but you need to get them off lead, okay, cool, we can do that in that week. But doing the whole process, it's a bit harder.
Someone who's not into dogs, or like that advanced,
it wouldn't be suitable.
You know,
too much information overload.
But if you are, then obviously Kate, use your girl.
Hit me up.
Cool. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in a second.
Welcome back to House of Akita. We've spoken about me, so why don't we now speak about you, Luke? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
So I, like yourself, grew up in London. We always had like family dogs around us. We had little Yorkies.
Cute.
And we had a few Yorkies growing up. And I found, similar to yourself, like I just found myself teaching the little dogs tricks, teaching one of my Yorkies how to play football. And I was mad about football when I was younger.
What team do you support?
Arsenal. Come on.
Oh, did you go mad when they won?
I went mad. Crazy. I'm still reeling in happiness. But yeah, so taught her how to play football. Taught my mum's dog how to play dead.
Cute.
Like 8 years ago. And really weird, like I think animals and dogs, we've had cats as well, like I think it's always been a big part of like my life growing up without realising it was part of my journey. Like I didn't think back then I'd be a dog trainer.
Yeah.
But like I'll go on to what happened, like because it's crazy. Like I found something a few years back which was me applying for a job to be a dog trainer about 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, we'll go into that. But yeah, essentially, I haven't had an iPhone for ages. I had a Samsung, so I went on my iCloud and there was like an application for a dog training job 10 years ago.
Wow.
And I think that's what confirmed to me that I need to be in the industry I'm in, because I had it on my mind then before even the dog came along.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up. My mum put me into like performing arts, so I was an actor for many years. And that's been a big part of my life, acting. I think it's fizzled out in the last few years, the passion and stuff. And then when I left school, I went on a football scholarship. So I've always been quite like a social person, but I think my social battery started to run out in the last few years.
What happened?
As it does with everyone. But yeah, I think, animals have always had a part to play in my life, not horses and stuff. Although I did ride a horse on Mary Queen of Scots.
Oh yeah.
I got to a canter.
Was that fun? How did that go?
Really good. I couldn't. What's the thing? The trot.
Yeah.
That really ate my arsehole.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's not easy. That one.
It's the movement. It's the hip movement. Yeah, but
yeah.
That's as far as I got on horses. But yeah, that's my background really. Yeah.
I'm stumped.
You stumped. It's not like you to be. It's not like you to be stumped.
So, can we know more about this CV to be a dog trainer 10 years ago, or are you going to get into that?
Yeah. So, it was like I said. I found it on the phone, on my phone backup. I think it was like we have notes on our iCloud.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've still got it. I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like, I think I should be a dog trainer. I really love dogs. I taught my mum's dog how to play dead. And
Yeah.
like, it was really weird. Like, teaching them how to play dead, I just went on YouTube and it took me half an hour.
Yeah.
And everyone started coming to me for like, in family, like, can you teach my dog this? And this?
Yeah. But isn't it funny, like back then when you think, oh, maybe I can train dogs, all you think about is training tricks.
Yeah.
You didn't actually realise
yeah,
there's actually all this
know
other
how to
stuff.
fucking sort something else out.
No, same. I'll teach paw, teach lay down, good, that's all you need. But
it's honestly like, now I know I'm learning so much more about behaviour problems.
Yeah.
And like, even me, like in the beginning, I was like force free.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone had an essence of force free in them from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, so I think that was my background, and it wasn't until I got my first dog.
Miss Aurora.
Yeah. So
Tell us about Aurora.
Aurora was like, so my journey is different to yours. So I didn't research the breed.
No.
I didn't know anything about the breed. She told me off about me when she first met me as well. Didn't know anything about the breed. I just know. And actually, my favourite dog growing up was a husky. So I always wanted a husky. Glad I haven't got a fucking husky right now. But that was like my favourite dog. And then my friend went to go and get an Akita in Middlesbrough. He got me to drive him there at the time. And I met Aurora.
Yeah.
And I picked her up and she started licking my face. And I just...
didn't want to put her back down.
It's kind of like a husky.
Yeah.
And I think, that moment, it was like, cool, let's get her, bring her home. I didn't know
Impulse buy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Would I recommend anyone to do it? No, not with that dog. But bearing in mind, so Aurora is Aurora.
You got very lucky. It's crazy. I researched a breed. I knew what I was getting. My dog was still hard work. You had no idea whatsoever, and you got this perfect little angel baby.
Well, she's not an angel, but...
She is.
But yeah, so Aurora, but then again, I've faced a lot of the problems. Like, so with me, I met you through a company and they offered me a few other people, and when your name come up, knowing that you specialise because you had an American Akita yourself.
Yeah, because I wasn't the closest trainer to you.
No,
you had to travel to me.
Yeah. I had to travel. You came down hard on me as well. Like, but I think at that point I'd already put a prong collar on her as well.
Yeah.
At that stage.
Yeah.
And she'd already been quite. She was used to pulling through it. Remember?
Yeah.
And that's like the dangers of getting tools.
Yeah.
Without trainer's guidance. I've been the first, an example of that. And I always say to all my clients, like, I know exactly how you're feeling. But then I thought she was aggressive.
Yeah. Because she was reactive, and you thought,
No, she was just off her tits.
Yeah. Social butterfly.
Yeah. But I'm different. So I watched Hachi after getting Aurora.
Yeah.
And I realised that it's very different in its own way. A great film.
Great film, yeah. Recommend watch it.
But yeah.
But don't get an Akita after.
No, don't. Because it's like having to put in the work with Aurora, because first and foremost, we went through 8-9 weeks of training.
Yeah, about 2 months, something like that, wasn't it?
She just wasn't interested in any food.
No.
At all.
No. She started to be a little bit more towards the end, but it was, And just because of the layout of those lessons, it kind of limited us a little bit as well, because you didn't have the time to build that food motivation and stuff. So we just kind of had to work with freedom. Yeah. As well for her, didn't we? But
it was interesting to see because I had it in my mind that she was aggressive and she was showing all these things, and it was nice to see Katie's response or like examination of Aurora's personality. And like once I felt like we unlocked that side of her or allowed her to have a bit more freedom, her personality started to come out more.
Yeah. And then you could trust her more as well.
Yeah. I think a lot of the problems was me.
Yeah, like, you didn't, because you wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You didn't trust her.
Yeah.
And then that was having conflict with your relationship as well.
Yeah. I think I'd obviously I was quite nervous at first, weren't I?
Yeah.
You could feel it, and then it was transferring to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was that. And now she's like a big social butterfly that doesn't leave people alone.
Yeah, she loves everyone.
Very typical, very opposite to the typical Akita.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like the rare, like gem.
Which I'm okay. Genetically, she's wrong for an Akita, but she's like...
But she's a great dog.
Yeah. I think because when I had the opportunity for you to do board and train with her.
Yeah.
And we spoke about it, didn't... Because at that point, I was like, I got a little bit of interest with dog training itself.
Yeah. You wanted to kind of... You was exploring maybe doing this. So I said, well, if you send her to me for a board and train, you're not really going to know all the basics and you're not going to deep dive into the learning of all. You're just going to get a trained dog and you just got to maintain it. So, which is why we went down the lesson route.
I just really loved it.
Yeah.
I just really loved it. And I think that I was like really receptive to learning. Like I said, I wouldn't stop. I would text you like, why?
Yeah, asking questions. Yeah. And actually going and putting the work in, sending me videos.
Yeah. Still happens now to this day.
Still does it now. Yeah, but that's good. Like I say, you never know it all.
Yeah.
Even trainers that have been doing this for like 20 plus years, like they still learning things from new dogs or different trainers, because there's always, and I've always said this, there is hundreds of different ways to train a dog. You just have to keep learning lots of different methods, so you've got lots in your toolkit. When you try something in one dog and it doesn't work, then you can try something else. So got to keep learning.
It was like, as much as she's different to many Akitas, she still holds true to some things. Like I don't know. do you know what I mean? Like you still have to be very clear with her and very delicate with how you handle her, but then also you have to be firm enough.
Yeah,
because she's quite pushy.
She's pushy, so you do need to be firm. But if you went over the top with her, you would just you would ruin your relationship for sure with her. She would get quite defensive and nervy. I would feel 100%. If you went too hard with her. But again, you do have to be firm with her.
Don't want to
nag her.
Take the piss.
Because they're just strong dogs.
It's just having an Akita, like she's always constantly in some sort of excited drive, or you know. But I think from learning with you, like I use that to my advantage, and I've managed to now. Like Aurora is a girl that didn't eat food from a bowl at all, to a girl that's doing all this drivey stuff. Yeah, like look at all the fun that you have with her now, doing all your obedience stuff, a little bit of fancy feet, playing with her, and she's a fun dog. Yeah. Which is really nice. You don't normally get this kind of drive and enthusiasm from an Akita. So I think one of the big things is, remember when I finished with you, learning with you at the end of the 8 weeks, and I rang you, I texted you, I can't remember what it was, but it was when she was off leash. And it was like, we finally got here. Yeah. You know that feeling when you're like, you're here. Yeah. And it's like a weight's been lifted. Yeah. But then the Akita will challenge you. Again, in certain aspects. But again, that's where your tool, like your e-collar, is just like, is great for dogs like this. Yeah. Because they're not bred to work with humans, this breed. They are literally bred to be independent and go out and hunt bears. Yeah, yeah. Or squirrels. Squirrels, love a squirrel. So they're not interested. Like you can do all the, like we've got to a point with our Akitas now where we have got engagement and we have got food motivation and all that kind of stuff, but their ultimate fulfillment is chasing and hunting. Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't matter what we have, if they're chasing, they're going to want to go after that. This is like, for me, it's important that I cut sessions short. Yeah. Like whenever I train with her, like if I know that I've got something good off of her, like, and she can do great, like I'm ending it right there. Yeah. She hasn't got a lot of gas in her, has she? That's the thing, because bless her. Can go for hours. No, but even in like this fun obedience stuff, and she's like driving and she wants to do it, but like a couple of minutes and she's like, I've done that now. This is why I say, like, I feel like she's got dog ADHD. Yeah. Like, I've definitely got ADHD in some essence. It's like, I'm like, yeah, literally. Like, she's me in dog form. Yeah. But like, she's taught me a hell of a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think also you say you really appreciate your first dog. Yeah. Like they will be the biggest teachers. Yeah. Do all your mistakes with them, but
Eventually you get there.
100%.
And it's bloody sweet when you do.
Yeah, sometimes.
It is. Okay, so talk to me a little bit more about your training journey and kind of like how you progressed once you sort of finished your lessons with me 2 years ago.
It's 2 years ago?
Yeah, nearly 2 years ago.
Blimey. Do you know what? It feels like a bit of a blur.
Yeah.
I don't know why it does. I think because obviously before I met you, I was doing a World Athlete course, weren't I?
Yeah.
And I always struggle with like practical stuff. So I think coming down and seeing you and spending more time with you, that's been key. And
hands-on experience is invaluable.
Yeah, I think also like having a direct line to you. At times, like, look, okay, what do I do? You know, I've always, even the other day, I messaged, oh, what did you do in this situation? But like having that was key. But like, I think once I got Aurora off lead and we started doing a few more things, I thought, you know what, I quite like this.
Yeah.
I think the feeling it gave me was like, I could do this. And then we started on doing it like stuff for free.
Yeah.
With other people. And it was working.
Yeah.
So then obviously going on from that to like going on to the mentorship. And then doing another mentorship. Working with some dogs for free. Doing stuff that worked, doing stuff that didn't work. Because I think people, I'm 2 years in now, like, it's all well and good when it does go right, but when it goes wrong.
Yeah, and then you need to problem solve.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, there's been so many lessons that I've come back from. In the early doors, I'm like, you know, I really messed that up, or like, I look like a prat, or I've fallen over on my backside. There was one dog that got caught and I fell on my backside in front of the, you know.
Another reason to go for e-collars instead of long lines.
Right, right. I'm still use the odd long line here and there.
No, yeah, we need to in the beginning.
But yeah, I think for me, like one of the biggest things is like my journey has been highs and lows. Like that's been so important for me. And now I think I'm still learning. Like I'm still early doors. But I've now explored different sides of things. I think it's been really important for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I finally can call myself a trainer now. Whereas when I was studying, I felt like I was like a trainee trainer. Yeah. In essence.
Yeah, but I feel like for a long time, like say it was only Aurora that you trained, and then it was lots of learning, not online, but like it just wasn't hands-on enough. Yeah. Like you hadn't had enough dogs experience. Yeah. So now that you've had that, and you've seen what works and you've seen what don't work, you're more confident in yourself.
E-collar has taught me like a lot, like learning about pressure. Yeah. And state of mind of dogs, genetics, all these sort of things, and knowing that you can you have to troubleshoot on the actual job. Yeah. Like there is no guidebook. Like what might work for Balloon might not work for Aurora, and vice versa. But like, you have to fucking find a way out. Figure that out. Otherwise, you're just reinforcing the behaviour. Yeah. So like,
you can make something worse.
Rather than getting disheartened about something's not going right, you need to find a way to make it right. Yeah. And I think that's what makes a good trainer. And I'm learning that as well, like day by day. And I think, as well, we don't like as trainers, confidence is a big thing. Yeah, like I've seen so many trainers posting on like social media and stuff, and it's like actually what they're saying and what they're doing. Two different things. Yeah. Well, it's just like really, but because they have confidence in what they're doing, the dog responds. Yeah. But it's like okay. Yeah. I think like because imposter syndrome. Like some people claim that they don't have it, but then like it's very fucking real in this industry. Yeah. And the fact is, I think it's one of those industries where it's just you working. Like it's not, you haven't got like, some are lucky enough to have teams, but like essentially it's just you. Yeah. You that's going to pick yourself up. No one else is going to pick you up. And you're always your own like biggest critique, aren't you? Right. And it's like you've always got someone on social media saying something about this and that. And and it might be someone that like you really respect on social media, and you have a view, and then they go online and like slag off that view, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't think that, and it's like. And then you change your whole approach to it, and like you don't start doing. And then you don't know where you fit, and it's like you just have confidence in what you believe works. Just a whole. Yeah. I think now, and I've been in that hole various times over the last 2 years, which has crippled me.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can understand what I mean in terms of like, you don't want to put certain things up, or because of the fear of what other trainers are going to say, and it's like, what I found is just getting back to the dogs, getting back to the dog in front of me, like, gave me the confidence.
Yeah.
Not my own knowledge, like knowing that dog's better than when they left me, before they come with me.
Yeah.
Knowing that I'd done justice for the dog, made my confidence get up.
Yeah.
Like, and people say, pray. I don't know. I think like, because it's a difficult one, but I think we just need to rest on what we know is skill set, if that makes sense. Like knowing that we've done the work and put the work in, and it's not gone to waste.
Yeah.
That's important for. There's always going to be moments, but I think you just need to see ahead, and sometimes look back at the dogs you worked and go, do you know what, I do have something there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, believe in yourself.
And that's why I'd always like to help new trainers out there in the future to, make that very clear that it's not an easy industry to go into.
Yeah.
Definitely isn't.
No.
And if you think it's an easy industry, like, you've probably failed at the first hurdle.
Yeah, there's so much clickiness, I think, and it's scary.
It is, but just stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Like the work, like the craft. Obviously, I work as an actor, and like the craft, you can't just go in and be on a TV series or like a film. Like I had to learn my craft for like 10, 15 years, and like still learn it every day. And like there's an art to being an actor.
Yeah.
It's not just being on screen and faking things. You have to be true in the moment.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing like dog training. It's a craft.
Yeah.
Like, and if you can't just go into it with a lead and know exactly what you have to learn and put the hours in.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's Hi, Billy. And that's where I am on the training journey, I guess, and been quite lucky.
And so, what does the future hold for Zorza?
Zorza, loads of things we will mention in the future. The little joint thing we're going to do.
Keeping it secret for now.
But Zorza is my company, and we're actually halfway through our first intake. And know about this, of the 10-week program, which
you have an Akita on.
Yes, yes. Very Akita-like, not like Aurora, has shown some aggression. Not to say it's aggressive, but has shown some aggression.
Typical male Akita.
Typical male. Got a Mali on there at the moment. I've got a Lhasa, so a Border Collie mix.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely dogs.
Yeah.
And I've got some great clients as well, and I think that's made it really easy for me as well.
It does help, yeah,
like
when the client wants to put the work in,
100%.
But they all look like they're doing really good so far.
They are. I think my route has been different to yours, I think, because basically where I live in London, and the amount of size that I have in my flat.
Yeah.
So it's like board and train.
It's not really feasible for you right now, is it? Yeah.
And I think, not to say that I haven't got as much patience as you, but I think you really enjoy the board and train experience. I like something about, because my 10-week course is essentially me teaching the owner how to handle the dog.
Yeah.
So I will step in if I need be, but I will direct them.
You're like coaching them through it all,
yeah.
And you enjoy that part.
Yeah, yeah. And I think every dog trainer has their own methods and stuff like that, but I think I found that, and it's been easier for me. Like I think I get more joy out of it.
Okay, that's good.
Never
it's working.
Never to say I might go board and train in future, get a bigger house, but I think I found my little niche.
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
But plans for the future, so we're going to carry on doing that. I'm not too sure where I'm going to see beyond that, but, and I don't really want to say too much right now because we've got some things planned.
Things are brewing.
But yeah, I think it's important for me to be like a student to the game.
Always.
Like students to the game.
Yeah.
10-week course, right, cool. Learn some more. What can I offer a year down the line?
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be my focus.
What's missing in the sort of market? What do people need?
Right.
Can you
like,
offer that?
Who's to say like I might do a mentorship in the future, but that's certainly not on the agenda now.
Yeah.
Until I go further down the line and I've earned my stripes. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
we never know.
we never know.
We never know where it comes. But yeah, I've got an Akita on the program, and that's interesting. Really, really cool.
Do you prefer female or male Akitas? For what you've worked with.
Do you know what? Like, no. I always said this to you as well, and I said to you, and I've always been honest with you, and like, I really admire the fact that you would get another Akita.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, would you?
Because I know I'm not going to get the same thing as Aurora. And it's not that I couldn't deal with a Baloo. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, who does?
Like, for a client dog,
yeah.
But I wouldn't want to go back home and deal with that on a regular basis.
100%.
You know what I mean?
No,
I'm sure you would have wanted.
No, like, but
there is something about a boy.
As a breed, I just love them, and I just think they, you know, with my energy levels and everything, they fit in really well, because they are happy to just go out for a couple of hours with you, but they're also happy to just sleep all day.
Yeah.
Love that. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but no one. I mean, I don't want to have another one aggressive or reactive or whatever. Resource guarding, no.
But this is the problem. Like when I think we spoke about, and we've always spoken about. I've even sent you pictures of what this Akita looks like if it was this color, you know. But every Akita I've met, except for Aurora, has been pretty much an Akita.
There's always something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've worked with really lovely Akitas.
Yeah.
But there's always one thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Aurora's shown something once, and it's when my uncle got around.
Yeah.
But that was when a man had a hat on, a cowboy hat on. It was
putting his hand in her face.
She didn't.
When
know
you
him.
sent me the video, I was like,
but
my
even you were
heart
like,
was in my
"Aurora."
mouth. I thought, oh my god, she's
You're
going to bite him.
I knew it straight away. I was like, I had free space, but like. That is the only thing she's ever shown.
Yeah.
And like, for me, that's a 1 in a million Akita.
Yeah, she is.
So like, I know I wouldn't be able to replace that, or replicate that.
No.
So that's why I'll go for another breed.
Yeah. Fair.
But that'll be revealed as well. It's part of the plans for the future.
Exciting.
Yeah. So I think, but the podcast is good. Big things are going to come for the podcast.
Yeah. First one down.
First one down.
Many more to go, hopefully.
No fuck-ups in it as well. But I think me and Katie are going to get people onto the podcast as guests as well. And just like talk shit.
Yeah.
Just talk shit.
Yeah.
I think this one's been more about the journey for us.
Yeah.
Kind
of introduce
some people might have found it boring, but it has to be done.
We don't care.
Yeah. But like most, you know, there'll be some guests on here, people that have experience with Akitas, people, just general working dog stuff as well.
Yeah. Maybe we can do some like fun, like quiz things as well.
Yeah, cool.
Or, you know.
What would you do?
I don't know. That's brainstorming for another day. Can't think off the top of my head.
We could do more spectrum stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you so much for tuning in to our first episode, and stay tuned for next.